It's an intriguing race, that's for sure. And some of the leading competitors, James Thie wearing number 339, and Tony Whiteman, one of our fastest ever, wearing 381. He's in the third lane. And a couple of competitors, a second page there, Gareth Price and Phil Ted from the Bingley Club. Well, Brendan, I suppose Anthony Whiteman and James Thie have to start as the favourites, but also the other factor is, of course, they will be chasing qualification times as well.
When you look at this race, it's going to be very difficult. You can't really see an outstanding favourite. But Anthony Whiteman, on the inside, he won this race in 2002. Well, you know, he's good enough, he's quick enough, but I just wonder sometimes mentally whether he's strong enough these days. Anthony Whiteman in the black and white vest, they're right in the middle, and the pace is something we're going to have to be very careful about, just to gauge it, to see how fast it goes, and to see if this becomes a race where they can actually go close to the qualifying standard.
And trapped on the inside, James Thie wearing the Cardiff Club vest. Anthony Whiteman, the very tall figure, wearing the black and white of Shaftesbury Barnet Harriers. And another Shaftesbury Barnet athlete right next to him. They are 7.32. In fact, it is Sutton and District, Gareth Price, former English schools silver medalist over 1,500 metres. But Anthony Whiteman right in the centre there, 3.81. Dictating the pace, and it's not quick at the moment, Brendan.
Well, it's very slow here. Nobody wants to lead, nobody wants to be exposed at the front, nobody wants to really take on the mantle here of trying to run 3:36, which is the qualifying time, in difficult conditions like this. But there's Anthony Whiteman in the middle there, looking confident on the shoulder of James Thie, but both of these athletes are very reluctant leaders, and you can tell by the pace, 68 seconds for the opening lap. This is a very slow race.
And a bit risky as well as far as Anthony Whiteman is concerned, although he's got the qualifying standard. That's the man right in the centre of the picture, 3.81. It was set last year. Michael East, the only other British athlete to achieve that A standard. So he's going for broke here for selection for the Athens Olympic Games. James Thie, number 339, a prolific racer. He travels all over the world for races. Well, there's no way he's going to get the Olympic qualifying time here. He's got to try and get it a little bit later on, and the qualifying date, of course, will come up very shortly. They're heading now towards 2 laps to go, 800 metres left, and there is a break. Number 43, Chris Bolt, Aldershot Farnham District, has got fed up with the lacklustre pace, and he really has picked it up now.
Well, when it's that slow, you just realise that somebody's going to burst. Now, he's in a very difficult position, Chris Bolt. He's a very good athlete. He's run 3:42 for 1,500 metres, but now he's in a position where you don't really want to be. He's stretching them out. A 64-second lap there for the second lap, but now he's absolutely right in the guideline. Everyone can see what he's doing. They can see how quick he's going, and really it's a case now of gauging your effort. It's going to be an almighty sprint on the last lap here, but really it's Gus McLean now taking over, and he's making a long run for home there.
He certainly is. 2.01, Angus McLean of Team Solent. Roger Blacksoil Club, number 43 behind him, Chris Bolt. Anthony Whiteman has suddenly come back into it, having been caught by surprise at that break. And James Thie is coming through on the inside. 400 metres left, Brendan.
And just moving up behind Anthony Whiteman, young Nick McCormack, who's coached by my former training partner, Lindsay Dunn. He's running a sensible race there behind Whiteman, but this really is a lottery now. Whiteman's getting battling there with James Thie on the inside. Gus McLean is leading them. And really a 55-second lap there now. It's almost anybody's, but Whiteman strikes for home. Thie follows him, and McCormack in third place.
Well, at the moment, the gamble by Whiteman looks as though it could well have paid off. He's in the lead. James Thie just behind him. And 2.35, Chris Mulvaney has come into the picture. The US Collegiate Champion at 1,500 metres, so he knows his way around the 3 3/4 lap to the track. Gaining in experience all the time. And Anthony Whiteman, I have to say, is fading. James Thie coming through, and Chris Mulvaney. Chris Mulvaney seems to have it in his legs to come through. It's Chris Mulvaney. And Michael Skinner's coming through very quickly. Oh, Andrew Badley came through to second place. 3:50.15. What a run there by Chris Mulvaney. He's won 2 big races this year, the 3A's Championships and the US Collegiate Championships as well. That was good.
Well, race was almost a lottery there on the last lap. In the finishing straight, the Whiteman looked as though he had it, and then suddenly the race just changed completely. Number 235, Chris Mulvaney, the Border Harrier, who's a US collegiate champion this year, and Britain's newest 4-minute miler, comes here and wins the 3A's championship. Well, there have been some shocks this afternoon. Into the finishing straight. On the inside, Whiteman. On the outside, James T. And then suddenly, the American-based athlete from Border Harriers begins to find a sprint that we didn't really know he had. And what a finish from him. Chris Mulvaney, he's only 23 years of age, and he's going away from him. Bolt catching him. McCormack in 4th place there. And what a finish. And James T. and Anthony Whiteman, the 2 favourite athletes, will run out of it. Michael Skinner in the black vest just behind Mulvaney there in 2nd place. Number 210, Nick McCormack of Morpeth Harriers, and finishing very quickly, Andrew Badley coming up, but he's left it too late. Mulvaney's away. Badley's chasing him. James T's beaten. Young Michael Skinner's coming through in the black vest on the inside, and Nick McCormack in 4th place, the Morpeth Harrier.